if you're into cars, you've more than likely heard people say, go LS, go LS, especially if you're a Chevy fan. LS, LS, LS. Nobody never really recognizes the old school small block Chevy, big block Chevys. They kind of get pushed off to the side, man. Everybody say LS 5.3, 6.0, 6.2, LS3, LS6, LS7. I'm sick of it, man. Like, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. So today we gonna get deep dive into why the 350s, and I would even argue that the 305s are still some pretty decent engine. If you buy an old school Chevy and it has a 350 in it or a 305, and you're not just trying to beat the whole world and make 1,000 horses, why bother? Why say, oh, I'm going LS? Let me get this old 350 crunk up. As y'all can see, it don't have a rear end up under it. I'm working on it. But we're gonna get this thing crunk up if it'll crank. And this thing is on 7 cylinders. So if it sound bad, that's why. Let's see if this thing will even crank, man. It's been out here for a while I've been rebuilding the rear end. I don't even know if it's gonna crank, but we gonna try. Small block Chevys, 383s, 400s. All y'all know about the 383. 383, 406, 434s. Y'all know all those engines are beasts. With the right combination of power and compression, those are some powerful engines, man. They are, man. If you ask any old head, man, I had a old school truck with a 383 stroke in it, and that joker would do something. And if he say that, he wasn't lying. He was telling you the truth. Them 383s, some bad engines, man. You can't take nothing from them. All right, so mine just cut off. So mine ain't giving me the best idea right now. But what happened was all the gas is probably leaning up to the front of the tank, and it probably can't get the gas like that because it's tilted like this. That's what happened. Let me go switch this key off, and I'll be back with y'all in a minute. Now, some people will probably argue with me to tell me that you can't make power with a stock block 350. Now, I myself have seen plenty of small block 350s make plenty of power. I've seen them make north of 500, 600. Haven't seen them much out of that, but man, 600 horsepower on the street is a lot, regardless to what you think. And anybody who has a car in that power range can tell you that 400, 500, 600 horses is plenty for the street. So 600 horses on the street is a lot. So if a 350 can do that, I mean, why argue with it? Now, I won't do this video without being honest with y'all. This truck has a 350 with a 305, with some 305 heads on it, 600 Holley carburetor, built Showtime transmission, turbo 350, and it had 273 gears or two something. I can't remember the ratio, but pretty low gear ratio, so the RPM stayed down pretty good. So I can only imagine if you decided to put something like a 383 or 373 gear ratio or 410 gear ratio on this thing, it would run like a Scouted dog. But man, it would be so hard to keep gas in this thing, man, because I can hardly keep gas in it now as we speak. This thing is horrible on gas, which is probably why a lot of guys go LS. But if it's not something that you drive every day, kind of like me, I don't drive this thing every day. It's like a weekend toy, so it's not bad. $20, $30 in it, and I can ride a little while before I have to go back to the gas station. But this thing is horrible on gas. I don't know if it's something that I did or if it's just that the 350s or the old school small block Chevys are just like that. So I gotta be honest about that. I also gotta say this. The 350 engines are very, very easy to work on. And when I say very easy, I mean very easy. I mean, if you got a problem with it, your problem is gonna be pretty straightforward. No sensors, nothing. It's gonna be carburetor, distributor, plugs, wires. It's gonna be one of those. It can't be nothing else. Ain't nothing else on them. It can be an issue in the heads, but I would probably lean to say that 9 times out of 10, if you haven't been really beating on it, and it's a fairly fresh engine, that's probably not your case. So if you're looking to do a cam or all this and that, and you say, okay, I want to do it, 350. You do this with an LS, you got to get it tuned. You got to do all this other extra stuff to make it work. I mean, you put a cam in the 350, if everything else is together, the fuel, everything else is there, it's gonna fire up and you can drive it right on out into the road tomorrow. Put a big enough cam in the LS, it ain't gonna crank up. You gotta get it tuned. Now, I would be wrong if I did this video and wasn't honest with y'all. Pound for pound, the LS engine is hands down the better engine in this comparison. I'm just being real. Let me be real with you. I can't even promise you that, okay, this engine in here is hurt. This might be a hint to some of y'all, but LS may be going in here very soon. So I just, made a decision. I don't have an LS to go in here yet, but that may be the best option for this truck. Just, what I'm saying, just the things I've given y'all. But this is for the people who have a 350 or 305 in their truck, and they say, hey, I'm fine with my 350. I don't have any complaints. It's fine. It works fine. And if this one didn't tear up, this would have been getting some heads, an intake, and a bigger cam, and I would have still been driving it. But I'm almost certain I've probably got a hole in the piston or dropped the valve or something in it. I don't know what's going on. But either that or I done wiped the cam or something. I don't know. My ultimate question for y'all is, should the 350 be such an outlaw engine? Should it be an engine that people just like, ew, 350, ew, like, it ain't fast? I've seen 350 be pretty fast. I want to know what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. Are the 350s no good? Should we take them out of everything on the road and throw them in the trash? Or do 350s have a place?